Welcome to the Brent Clinical Psychology channel. I'm Dr. Anna Georgiadis, clinical psychologist for the Brent Psychology Service. Today I'm going to be talking to you about another DBT skill, that is self-soothing for your 5 senses. And before I begin, don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, let's begin with the steps of the skill. So, the main aim of this is to think about how we can ground ourselves at times of stress or crisis when we're feeling emotionally overwhelmed. And we want to use our 5 senses to do so. So, what we have are our 5 senses, which are vision, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. And I'm going to be talking about what specific tools could you add in your toolbox that can help with each of those senses to really try and engage them. Okay, so let's begin with vision. You want to really focus your eyes on an object. So for example, you can pick any object in the house, but I've got a paperweight here, just an example. You really want to kind of pay attention to it. Notice the colors, the texture of the ball, what it feels like in your hand. Really pay attention to this. And you can pick any object. This is just one example. I have another example here of like a little diamond, plastic diamond, which is quite cute. And you can really just put it in your hand and just notice how the light reflects, how it feels. Is it smooth or rough, the surface? Any colors you notice? And really just try and pay attention to all the details, as many details as you can see. And this is really nice because you can pick up any object. You can pick up kind of a shiny cup and do the same thing with that. You can colored balls, again, noticing the textures, how it feels in your hand, how bright the colors might be. Really, really nice. And another thing you can use, candles. Little tea candles can be really great because you can light them up and really notice the flame in front of you, how the wick burns slowly, what the wax looks like as the heat gradually increases over time. And that's so nice to even start thinking about the scents that will come up with those different candles, but we'll talk about senses, smell and senses in a moment. So the next thing is about hearing. Try and pay attention to what you can hear, whether that's inside your room or outside. Notice for sounds of traffic, whether people are talking, the sound of nature. Can you hear birds singing? Or what about the leaves on the trees? Anything to connect with nature, can you listen out for it? And even if you're just in your home, you can think about picking up an object and thinking about what sound it makes as you hold it and maybe rub it in your hands, or if you squeeze it, it's quite loud, that's another sound. What about kind of marbles? This is something you can actually carry with you. It's not only noticing the sensation, but that clicking feeling and sound. So noticing all the sounds that you can hear inside and outside of your environment. Now we're going to turn our attention to the next sense of smell. This can be a really powerful one to help people feel more grounded in the present moment. So one nice thing that people can use, they might have a favorite scent or perfume, so you can find something that you like. So that's just one example. Even the bottle, you can even start really paying attention to the intricacies of that bottle. You could think about carrying around a little body spray, and this could be really nice. You can spray it on your hand. Smell. Try and notice the different smells, and they can change over time as time goes by. It smells like flowers, I think a bit of vanilla, which is quite nice. Another thing people typically do to engage their senses, maybe scented candles. This is really nice because this you can light up at home and really pay attention to it. Not only the flame, like I've said previously, but noticing the aroma and the smell that follows. So a scented candle might be really nice, an idea for you to use. And I love this one. So not only could you have perfume or body spray, essential oils, so incredibly powerful. You can even put a couple of drops on your pillow at night or on the palm of your hand, and that can really just engage the senses. So totally recommend. There are so many different types of essential oils. There's peppermint, lavender. It really depends on what you like, but I definitely recommend getting an essential oil for your self-soothing kit. So totally look into that. And another thing I absolutely love, it's the shaking of the jar. If I open it up, it's the smell of coffee beans. So just showing you there. I absolutely love the smell of fresh coffee beans. So totally something to think about. If you like coffee, maybe having a little jar of coffee beans nearby. Again, another great way of engaging your sense of smell. So totally recommend that. Okay, so now moving on to the sense of taste. This is great because it's about paying attention to what you're eating or what you're drinking. So if you have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, really noticing the taste as it emerges in your mouth. Another thing might be paying attention to a snack you're having, like an apple, noticing not only the colors of that apple, but how shiny it might be, the texture, how it smells. Is it bittersweet? Is it a gentle taste? Really examining and noticing all the flavors that emerge, whether it's dry, whether it's juicy, really paying attention to all the senses that brings out. The same can happen for maybe a sweet or chewing gum. Again, noticing, I've got a little sweet here, noticing the textures, the layers, and noticing the texture in your mouth. It's not about swallowing it quickly, getting through it. It's actually about paying attention to all the taste, all the aroma that comes up when you're eating. So really start thinking about taste and noticing and being really mindful of what you're eating or drinking or consuming. So that's another sense that we've tapped into. And now the final one is about the sense of touch. This is really great because it's about picking up maybe any object that you have, like for example, a brush, and noticing how it might be smooth on one end, and then the bristles are soft, and really being mindful, even on the sensation on your skin. You might not have a brush, but you could think about lotion. So you could get any lotion and just put the lotion on your skin, noticing that sensation, really paying attention to that. You could have a little object, something you like, whether it's squidgy or not. Got a little squidgy kind of unicorn here. And it's about noticing what it feels like in your hands. You could have a pebble, you could have a button, a little stone, anything you like. But also the sense of touch isn't just limited to holding objects. It could be being aware of how when you're having a bath or a shower, what it feels like to have that hot water on your skin. Thinking about like the lather of soap, shower gel, bubble bath, all of that sensation is a sense of touch. And even with our clothes, we can notice how maybe pajamas feel on us or cozy socks, the sensation, the physical sensation of something on our skin, and really paying attention to that sense of touch can be so important and so grounding. So just to recap, we're talking about the 5 senses that we can use for self-soothing. That is vision, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. And they can all be incredibly powerful in helping you feel more grounded in the present moment, to help you just to disconnect from any source of stress that happens or crisis. It just helps you feel safe right here, right now. And the more you kind of try and remember, the challenge is almost like remembering to use these objects. So your practice is to keep practicing which tools, trying out new scents or smells or different objects to touch, being aware. It's almost like a mindfulness practice. So this is something for you to do. Try and engage your five senses, and you might find a couple of things that really stick out for you. So maybe it's going to be a particular scent or a particular object. You're going to find what works for you, and this can help really ground you at times of stress and to help you feel more safe in the present moment. So I really hope this video has been helpful for you today. Until the next video, take care and bye-bye.